This is a lessons learned briefing on the ransomware attack that occurred during the Global Economic Summit. The briefing was produced by Team 4 New Zealand. My name is Jonathan Luckett, and I will walk you through these lessons learned. Before we detail exactly what happened, we take a moment to introduce the topic of ransomware. Then we dive into what happened, our team's response, additional clues that were uncovered during our forensic investigation, and the lessons learned. We end with what failed at the organizational level and what organizational leaders need to do to mitigate this threat from happening again. Ransomware is malware that employs encryption to hold the victim's information for ransom. A user or organization's critical data is encrypted so that they cannot access files, databases, or applications. A ransom is then demanded to provide access. The City of Atlanta spent more than $2 million to repair the damage from a ransomware attack in 2018. WannaCry, launched in 2017, spread via email scams or phishing. Worldwide, more than 200,000 people and companies were affected. It is estimated that the cost of losses due to WannaCry was $4 billion. What happened? During the Global Economic Summit, an employee working in HR received a phishing email with a malicious Excel spreadsheet attached. The HR employee was duped into downloading and running the file, resulting in the file system being encrypted. The cost of the ransom? $5,000. Response. Members of the Security Operations Center, or SOC, used Wireshark, a forensic tool, to discover multiple malicious GET requests that reached out to infrastructure operated by bad actors and downloaded malicious code to the affected workstation. SOC was able to identify the malicious files, decrypt passwords, and find the unlocked program hidden in an image file. The passwords and unlock file were used to decrypt the machine and restore to normal operations. Additional clues. The server ops team discovered a USB thumb drive lying in the rear panel of a hardware rack. The team also found evidence that a new user account was created on the server. The account was not properly authorized. The web development team noted configuration control had been lost and files updated without proper documentation. Other suspicious activity was noted involving an internal employee. The individual was reported missing, and a resignation letter was found on the thumb drive. Lessons learned. The incident brought ransomware and cybersecurity in general to the forefront of the New Zealand team. There are a number of lessons that can be gleaned from analyzing this case. Keep operating systems, software, and applications current and up to date. Make sure antivirus and anti-malware solutions are set up automatically to update and run regular scans. And finally, backup data regularly and double-check that those backups were completed. Lessons learned continued. Other lessons learned include secure your backups. Make sure they are not connected to the computers and networks they are backing up. Create a continuity plan in case your business or organization is the victim of a ransomware attack. Don't install software or give administrative privileges unless you know exactly what it is and what it does. What failed? The SOC identified some specific problems in the New Zealand incident and made a number of specific recommendations to management. First, IDS and IPSs are great, but organizations need continuous threat monitoring to deal with the real-time threats. Second, social engineering is real and it works very well. Continuous end-user education is key. Third, most organizations back up their data, but how often do they test or restore procedures? And fourth, employees in critical roles need to be monitored. Employ separation of admin duties and logging of admin activities. Recommendations. Security education and re-education on a frequent basis is key to lowering cyber attacks. The SOC recommends implementing YARA rules to block the possibility of the same files being downloaded again. Leverage services like VirusTotal to submit malicious signatures. New Zealand should work with their allies by sharing all the information necessary to help improve their security posture. This is the essence of threat intelligence. That is, knowledge that allows an organization to prevent or mitigate cyber attacks. Continuous monitoring of network activities in real time will help mitigate threats by stopping actions when they occur. A business continuity plan defines how a business will continue to operate during an unplanned disruption in service. It contains contingencies for business processes, assets, human resources, and business partners, and it examines every aspect of the business that might be affected, including critical systems and data. We hope you enjoyed this Lessons Learned presentation from Team 4. Thank you for your attention.